name is Tracey and I am a member of a group of werewolves called the Pack. And unlike in old tales, we must consume the flesh of the dead. It's called the sickness, and we meet once a month for a feast to calm our wolf-like hunger down. Michael wasn't there. It looked suspicious. Michael had once tried to convince me to help him kill a notorious serial killer called Manfred. I declined, but he killed him anyway in a perverted sense of justice. Sure, Manfred was scum, but our number one rule was do not murder. Us werewolves must not kill an innocent in order to settle down the sickness. The bodies we consume are provided by our leader, Richard. They come from the prison mortuary and graveyard where he works, and are criminals executed by the state. Silver, another member, came up to me. She revealed she too had noticed that the bodies were looking fresher. We both agreed to help each other out and get to the bottom of this. At the pub, we outlined the facts. We knew that the supply of rotting corpses for the group were running out. And we were sure that Richard was behind this. He was resourceful, and he would never ever kill an innocent. Somebody had to be killing new criminals and putting them where Richard would find them. We also realized it may be a member of the group, or at least someone who knew about the group. A part of my mind wanted to tell Silver about Michael. Out of loyalty, I kept my mouth shut. I couldn't quite prove he was responsible for the newly dead anyway. It wasn't much to go on. We needed more info. We decided to give it a day or two and meet up to share some ideas. Silver called me a few days later. She had a lead. As I went into her basement, I found out what she meant. There was a man on his knees. Silver had tied him up. He looked terrified. Silver explained that the man was a guard at the prison. She had theorized that someone at the prison morgue must know who is behind the recent killings of criminals and why their bodies were ending up on our table. I instantly thought of Michael. The guard said he knew nothing and that he was a good friend of Richard's. He was the one who donated Richard the bodies for us to consume. Getting angry, Silver said he was lying and started beating him with an inch of his life. It was bloody. I asked Silver what was she doing. Has she gone mad? She replied that if we wanted answers, this is what it takes. I told her this was going too far, that torture was wrong. Sure, we did bad things, but torture was not one of them. She was having none of it. She accused me of being weak, and that Silver was prepared to do the things that I wasn't. The guard pleaded with her to stop. He would tell her everything. He confessed that someone had been delivering dead bodies to him with orders to send to Richard. A guy dressed all in black. He didn't know his name, but he had paid him handsomely to keep it quiet. He revealed that the last couple of bodies were not criminals at all. They were innocent. He had checked the prison records and they were not on the list. I was shocked. Michael couldn't have done this. He only kills other killers, bad guys. It wasn't his MO to kill an innocent. The guard then revealed the bodies at the morgue weren't the only ones. Someone had been killing innocent people in their own homes and had been taking chunks of their flesh out. A werewolf. But he said it didn't matter. the werewolf hunters will be coming after Silver and us. I asked Silver about the werewolf hunters. She said they were very bad news. They went from town to town hunting us for sport, chopping off werewolf heads and mounting them on their walls as trophies. If they didn't find a werewolf in time, they would create one. I shuddered. The guard asked if he could be let go. I watched in horror as Silver cut one of his fingers off. She set him loose, telling him if he ever told anyone anything or accepted animal bodies from strangers, she'll cut his head off. I gave Silver a dirty look. Monster. If this kind of violence is necessary to defend the group, then we're all in danger. I volunteered to help the guard to the hospital. I angrily told Silver it was the least we could do, and she can't stop me. She said she had no intention on stopping us and wished the guard a full recovery. Silver told me to remember that sometimes we had to do unsavory things for the benefit of all. Disgusted, I left with the guard. Later that night, I sat thinking, perhaps I was wrong about Silver. She always seemed standoffish, but crazy? That was new to me. What she did was not cool. And now werewolf hunters were involved. They were looking for the killer as well. Where was Michael? In all of this, he had disappeared. Things were bad. There was a knock on my door. I answered it. Look what the cat dragged in. It was Michael.